guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel, GlamBySam. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Today's video, as you can see, the lighting is a little bit different because the weather is actually so bad outside, so it's like pretty dark. So I just took my two studio lights and now my face is very bright, but the background is pretty dark. So I'm going to have to see what I can do with that for next video. But today's video is about eyeshadow, so it's not that big of a deal that my background is a little bit darker. But today's video is going to be a review on the Colourpop California Love palette. So this is the Colourpop California Love palette. It is a warm toned palette. And this is what the inside looks like. It's super gorgeous and I really wanted to try it out in this video with you guys. I've actually been so excited for this, and I only own one other Colourpop palette. So I feel like I'm still like discovering which Colourpop palettes are good for me, and I'm trying out a bit more. So I thought in this video we'll sort of like do a first impression with you guys and see what we think about this palette, because it is super affordable and it does look like a pretty good dupe of the like Naked Heat, the Naked Honey, the Natasha Denona bronze palette. So I'm really excited to see how this actually performs and what it will look like on the eye. So if you are curious about this palette, then please keep on watching. So I'm going to start already with the first big disadvantage of this palette, and that is that it doesn't come with a mirror. Now for everyday life I don't really mind it because I have a mirror on my desk behind me, so that's not that big of a deal. But if you're traveling or something, it is nice to have a mirror, and also for when I'm filming, because now I have my viewfinder there but I don't have a mirror to actually see what I'm doing up close. So I just have my highlighter from Colourpop here that does have a mirror. This one is very pretty, so I'm just going to use this to see if it looks like directly on the eyes. Now this palette does have one pressed glitter, which I do not recommend using. I'm not going to use it either because it is not eye safe, so it's very important to be aware of that. But just so you know, we're not going to be using the pressed glitter. But the first thing we're going to be doing is taking the shade called Gnarly and just putting that all over the lid. I'm taking a brush from BH Cosmetics. This is number 7. It's a bit like fluffy, but I'm just going to put this all over the lid as a base color. And this is the lightest shade in this palette, so I thought it would be a good idea to use this as a base color because I do always like using a base color. Now I'm actually going to be taking the same brush, and I'm going to be taking the shade called the Bay here. And I'm going to be using that to put in the crease as a transition shade. So I can see it has a bit of fallout, so I'm just going to tap the excess off and then just put this in the crease. And this is just a very pretty warm toned color for in the crease, and I do love how this is applying. So now I'm going to be taking this more flat fluffy brush. This is from the Beauty Bay Iconic brushette, and I'm actually going to go in with the shade Mission right there. This is a very pretty darker brown shade, but it has a bit of sparkle in there, so I'm not too sure how I'm going to be liking that, but we'll see. Just going to put this on the outer corner of the eye. And then blending it up there. That is pretty. Also, I'm not going to be doing like a full cut crease or anything. These palettes are a bit more neutral, and even though you can do like very glam looks with them, I want to show you guys just how they look like if you would wear them for like everyday life. So this shade has a bit of fallout, so I'm actually starting with my internship next week, which will be a full-time internship. So I am still like trying to find out what the best thing to do is with YouTube, if I want to go to uploading once a week or keep with uploading twice a week. And you know, I think I'll just have to see like how much energy I do have in the evening. So maybe I can film there because I do have my studio light, so that is nice. I do have the ability to film in the evenings, and otherwise I'll just film in the weekends. But I'm actually like pretty nervous about it. I'm really excited too, but you know, I've never really done like an internship at an office or something, so I'm just very curious basically to see what it will be like. So now I'm taking this super fluffy brush, and I'm going to be taking the shade Laguna, which is this one right there, over the crease with this to like give a little bit of extra dimension. So far I'm really enthusiastic about this palette. I think it does look beautiful. Deepen it up a tiny bit. Also, Colourpop has been releasing so much the past weeks, and the only thing I've actually gotten is the Wild Nothing collection. I got the eyeshadow palette and then the cream shadow, but for the rest I'm not really sure like whether I want to buy it. I did like the Garden Variety one, but I just thought it was a bit similar to the Well Nothing collection, and I just like don't want to buy new eyeshadows every week. So now I'm taking this pencil brush and I'm going to go in with the shade called The Bay, and I'm just going to put this on the lower lash line. Like that. I think that looks very, very pretty. So for the actual like lid shimmer, I'm doubting between the shade called Cruisin' right there and then Diego. So I'm just going to swatch both of them on my hand and see which one I like best. So Diego is a bit darker and then the other one is a bit lighter, if you can see it. So I think we're going to go in with Diego. That's pretty. I usually apply shimmers with my finger just because I feel like the pigmentation is better. I'm in love with this shade. It's so pretty. It did have a bit of fallout here. So there's still a tiny bit of sparkle there, but that's like not that big of a deal. But this is it for the eyeshadow look. So now let's apply some mascara. Anyway, first I'm actually going to be taking my Rodeo Drive Highlighter from Ofra because I feel like it goes well with this look. And I'm going to apply this to the brow bone. And then I'm taking my Essence Lash Princess mascara, and I've been absolutely loving this mascara. It's very pretty and I love how it makes my lashes look. I'm just never really into buying like high-end mascaras because I feel like these Essence ones are actually so good. Like that, and then this is the finished look. So now as for my conclusion, I loved using this California Love eyeshadow palette. I think I'm going to use it so much. The shades are absolutely beautiful. They're super gorgeous warm tone shades and I absolutely love the theme of this palette. The only two downsides that I have is that it doesn't have a mirror, and then it has a pressed glitter, which I don't recommend using. But since this palette is only like $18, I think it's a great price for a palette like this. So I'm really excited to use this palette more. Okay guys, and this was it for my review on the Colourpop California Love eyeshadow palette. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching it and find it helpful. I would love to hear if you have this palette or which other Colourpop palettes you would recommend me trying out. I would absolutely love to hear your recommendations. Also, I want to say if you did enjoy this video, then I would absolutely love it if you gave the thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any of my videos. But with that said, I want to thank you guys all so much for watching. I really hope you have an amazing day and I really hope to see you in my next video. Bye!